How's it going, guys? My name is FastCat1, and today I wanted to give you my final thoughts on the Naval Strike DLC. And I'm pretty sure you've noticed that I haven't really been talking much about it, and well, that is because I wanted to actually get a feel of the DLC rather than just jumping onto the bandwagon and saying that the DLC is good right off the bat. Now, after playing for a while with all of these maps and all of the game modes, I have to say that these maps are just really good, and I haven't really had any problems whatsoever with any game mode so far. And in my opinion, I have to say that the Naval Strike DLC is probably the best DLC we've gotten so far. I mean, we've had China Rising, which was a pretty good DLC, although it was missing a few things such as the Revolution events, which just made this DLC feel so incomplete in a way. And another DLC we got was the Second Assault DLC, and I have to say that these were actually pretty good as well, although some people just thought that the maps from Battlefield 3 had been ruined since they added some other things here and there. And let's take Operation Metro for example, since that map was a fan favorite of the Battlefield 3 players, and some people thought that this map had been ruined since it just became more of a clusterfuck than it became a better map. And this is why a lot of people didn't really like Second Assault so much. I did like the DLC since they did bring back a few maps from Battlefield 3, and I just felt like the maps felt a little bit better than they did in Battlefield 3. But going back to the Naval Strike DLC, one issue that did come with this DLC was rubber banding, or lag as some people might call it, and this is what just has made the game modes such as Conquest and Carrier Assault so unplayable, especially on a 64-man server. Now, it also depends on what platform you are playing in. For example, console players have it a lot worse than the PC players for some odd reason, and for console player it just gets to a point where you can't even move throughout the map since there's so much lag that it's just pulling you back and forth. On the other hand, when playing in TDM matches or domination, you really don't notice that lag or rubber banding because the player count is not that much. And on the other hand, with the 64-man server, like I mentioned before, is just so bad. There is one way that you can actually lower the rubber banding quite a bit, and that is by adjusting your network smoothing factor. And although some people just say that that doesn't really work for them, I normally keep my network smoothing factor at around 50 or through 70. So yeah, that's where I just found the DLC to actually run quite smoothly. And EA actually announced to be working on a fix for this because lately I've been noticing a few servers that have been saying EA DICE test servers, and I actually got the chance to join one of them, and the DLC just ran super smooth and you didn't really notice much of that rubber banding. So as of right now, all I hope for is a patch to help us run the DLC a lot smoother than we are currently. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that once we get that patch, we'll be able to play Carrier Assault and Conquest without any troubles. Now, another thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the weapons that came with this DLC, and I have to say that all of them are actually pretty good except for the sniping rifle that we got, which is the SR338, and this weapon is just so bad that it just deviates after the third shot. And so yeah, you can't really be accurate with a sniping rifle that just deviates after the third shot. And so I think this should have been more of a DMR rather than a sniping rifle, because to begin with you can't even one-shot anyone across the map, and so yeah, that just makes it pointless. And I just really thought they would include a better weapon than the SR338. But yeah guys, expect weapon reviews on these weapons that we got with the Naval Strike DLC. And so yeah guys, this wraps up the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Remember to tell me in the comment section below what are your final thoughts on the Naval Strike DLC. And as always, a rating is always appreciated, not only to help out the video but the channel as well. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe as I always upload weekly Battlefield videos. And as always, this was FastCat1, and see you in the next video.